anyone that actually tracks them knows that every lead is actually extremely expensive. Every patient that comes into the practice is extremely expensive. And from a surgery standpoint, the value of every patient that comes in is huge. And you always think that your conversion rates are really great until you actually measure them. It was interesting at the beginning, just looking at these, the sheer fact of sharing with the employees what they were each converting sometimes was surprising. People who do really well, people who work really hard, people who have high conversions, we wanted to be able to reward them for that hard work. And it was really hard in the past to track that. And Liine kind of hit a lot of these things for us in terms of being able to check productivity from different sites. If you incentivize people, it's surprising how much better people tend to do, and they know it's directly proportionate. So the better the practice does, the better they do. And it's really nice to be able to share some of that with them. So Line's given us an opportunity to do a couple things. One, measure why people aren't booking, those that are, which is super, super unique in terms of some of your technology, and actually helped us make a few practice changes. Our rate of people who didn't book a consultation because of the fee, by the numbers we can track in Liine, was actually extremely low. And didn't seem to be the biggest barrier to entry for people making a consultation. And kind of interesting because a lot of times that tends to be the first thing people want to change or do when they're having a low conversion rate stuff. So again, interesting to be able to make decisions based on real data instead of just assuming when you really don't have any basis for some of those assumptions that we've made in the past. I've actually already recommended Liine to a lot of my friends because the issues and stuff that we have are not unique in terms of trying to reward those that work hard. I think trying to actually track your data. I think lead conversion stuff. For us, every person that comes into the office, that patient acquisition cost is almost $550. And so if you think about it, if you can convert more of those calls into consultations, you're going to get that number down. I also think in this paradigm shift we're having of so many small practices, you see these large, not to go down the rabbit hole here, but these large private equity groups and other things that you have to compete with. I think you need to be more efficient. I think you need to be data driven. I think you need to have things where you can actually look at the numbers and make your practice more efficient, or you're not going to be able to be competitive with some of these practices that are being bought out because they're implementing these systems in their businesses, and that's how they're making these practices more efficiently. But you don't have to wait for somebody to buy your company out to make these changes.